I picked up a mandolin on an online auction site, and you can see it's missing a screw in one of the tuners. The neck is separated and lifting up. It won't budge, and I'm not sure if it's a dovetail or not. Sometimes it could even be a dowel or a couple of dowel pins. It's always a good idea to label the bridge when you have a floating bridge like this, just to know how to put it back. Release that tail piece, which is all original. These strings might even be all original. Had to fight them a little bit to get them out of here. I bought a few instruments online like this, taking a chance. I don't know how people that don't work on instruments purchase these instruments, because I've never got one that was playable out of the box. They all needed pretty much a ton of work to get started. That's why I do it. Maybe that's why other people buy it too. I don't know. But here I'm just going to remove the pick guard, which is pretty interesting. It's kind of a green plastic. Never seen a green one before, I don't think. Just going to give this a nice inspection before I figure out what to do about it. I know the neck needs work, and other than that, the back being loose, I don't want to take the back off it, but I think I want to try to just clean this up, re-glue the back, repair it, and do something about the neck. Once I get these tuners off of here, I like to put them in a little solution just to get a lot of the corrosion off it. It's a biodegradable plant-based solution. I let them soak overnight and then give them a quick clean with some metal polish. You can see these tuners are actually Waverleys. Alright, let's take a look at the back and see exactly. Yeah, there's some separation here at the heel. I think both sides. Anyway, so I do need to remove this neck. So I start by heating up the fingerboard extension and trying to get a blade underneath it. Just have a little sheet of Teflon to help protect the top. It actually comes up pretty easily. It's interesting because the neck feels loose. If it was a dovetail and it was this loose, it would be pretty easy to pop up. So that's why I'm very much thinking that it is a dowel. And when I look inside the sound hole, I can see there's a small hole, but it looks too small for the dowel. So I'm just curious what's going on there. This thing does not want to come loose. It's just a matter of prying it apart. If you can get it started, then it seems like it'll go from there, but it just doesn't want to get started. I get the blade in up to the point, up to the dowel, and it stops right there. It seems like the fingerboard is holding it together somehow. I think at this point I'm not really convinced that it is a dowel. Put a little heat on it with the heat gun. Try to warm up that heel. See if I can get the glue to separate. It's moving. Just does not want to budge. If it's a dowel, if you can spin it on that dowel, you can get it to move. You do have to be careful when you use a heat gun like this. You should test it to make sure it's not too hot. You don't want to scorch the finish or the wood. Sometimes the binding will melt. It could even catch on fire. A couple of things to watch out for. Here I'm taking off the fingerboard. I said screw it, I gotta get in there. Everything popped right off at the end. Yep, no dovetail. But at least now I can have another access point to get a tool in there, and without that fingerboard in the way I can get a little spin on the neck. I believe it's just a single dowel. It's interesting how they glue the fingerboard on there. It's like they just took a paintbrush and just painted a stripe down the middle and then just stuck the fingerboard to it. They completely missed like an inch and a half right in front of the sound hole. So here I think I make some progress. Really, you can see I'm really cranking on this. Yeah, I just got a little added to the repair list on this. But I'm pretty sure, yep, I can see. Once I get that, I come up with, yeah, I put a second blade in here. Once I do that, that's when this starts to really move on me. Yep, you can see it. It's going. Got a little twist on it. And drum roll. Yeah. there you have it. I did lose one little piece right there. Not lost. I'll keep that, collect it along with the nut, and I'll put that on later, but at least I got the neck off.